Let me tell you an uncomfortable truth that almost no one said to you growing up: your paycheck alone will probably never make you rich. Not because you don't work hard enough, most people work incredibly hard, but because a single paycheck is designed to cover your bills, not to build your wealth. It comes in, and it goes right back out on rent, food, and life, leaving just enough to keep you coming back to work on Monday. And here's the scary part: if that one paycheck ever stops, through a layoff, an illness, a bad year, your entire financial life can collapse almost overnight, because everything depended on that single source. Meanwhile, the people quietly building real wealth almost never rely on just one stream of money. They've figured out something the rest of us were never taught. In the next few minutes I'm going to show you exactly why one paycheck keeps you stuck, the myths that keep people trapped in it, the real reveal about how wealth is actually built, the honest fine print, and the specific moves to start fixing this tonight. Stick with me, this one could change the trajectory of your money. Welcome to Money Decoded. So let's be clear about why relying on a single paycheck quietly keeps you stuck. There are two big problems with it. The first is that your income is capped. When you trade your time for money at a job, there are only so many hours in a day, and only so much any one employer will pay for them. You can work harder, get a raise, maybe switch jobs, but there's a ceiling, and you'll hit it. Your earning is limited by your own time and energy, which are finite. The second problem is fragility. When 100% of your money comes from one source, that source has enormous power over your life, and any disruption to it is a disaster. A layoff, a company downsizing, a health problem that stops you working, suddenly your entire income goes to zero while your bills keep coming. One paycheck means 1 point of failure. Now compare that to someone with several streams of income, maybe a job, a small side business, some investments paying dividends. If one stream dips, the others carry them. Their income can grow beyond their hours, and no single event can wipe them out. That's the difference between fragile and resilient money. But first, we have to clear up some dangerous myths. Let's tear down the myths that keep people locked into a single paycheck forever. Myth 1: if I just work harder and earn a bigger salary, I'll get rich. Hard work matters, but a bigger salary alone usually just leads to bigger spending, and it's still one fragile stream with a ceiling. Plenty of high earners are one missed paycheck from disaster. Myth 2: the opposite trap: making extra income means some risky get-rich-quick scheme or hustle that'll probably scam me. Real additional income is almost never fast or magical, it's usually slow, ordinary, and built over months, which is exactly why most people never start. Myth 3: I don't have any special skills or ideas, so extra income isn't for me. Almost everyone has something they can offer: a skill, some time, a bit of money to invest, and additional income streams come in countless ordinary forms, not just flashy businesses. Myth 4: I'll start building other income later, once things settle down. Things rarely settle down, and later usually means never. The best time to plant a second stream was years ago, the second best time is tonight. See the pattern? These myths all keep you dependent on the one paycheck. Now let's get to the real reveal. Here's the reveal, the thing wealthy people understand that changes everything. They know that lasting wealth is almost never built from a single paycheck. It's built two ways, working together. First, they add more streams of income, so their money doesn't all depend on one source. Second, and this is the crucial part, they use the money from those streams to buy assets that produce even more income on their own. Think about that. A paycheck stops the moment you stop working. But an asset, like a share of a business, an investment fund, a rental, keeps producing money whether you're working, sleeping, or on vacation. The wealthy relentlessly convert their earned income into these income-producing assets, and over time those assets start generating serious money by themselves. That's the real engine. It's not that rich people just earn huge salaries, many don't. It's that they refuse to rely on one stream, and they turn the money they do earn into more streams that work without them. Your job income is the seed. Extra income streams are more seeds. And income-producing assets are what turn those seeds into a whole forest that keeps growing on its own. Once you see money this way, you stop trying to just earn more and start trying to build streams that last. But I owe you the honest fine print. Now the honest fine print, because this idea gets sold in dishonest, hyped up ways all over the internet. First, building additional income is slow and unglamorous. Anyone promising fast, easy, passive riches is almost certainly selling you something. Real extra streams usually start tiny, take months to grow, and demand consistent effort long before they pay off meaningfully. Second, your main job is your foundation, protect it. Don't neglect or quit your reliable paycheck to chase an unproven side project. Build the new stream on the side, on top of a stable base, not by burning down the base first. Third, more income is not the same as more wealth. If a new stream just funds more spending, you've gained nothing. The point is to use extra income to build assets and buy freedom, not to inflate your lifestyle. Fourth, be realistic about your energy. You can't do everything at once, and burning yourself out helps no one. It's completely fine to start with one small stream, or even to focus on maximizing and protecting a single strong income while you invest steadily. This isn't about hustling 24/7, it's about slowly reducing your dependence on one fragile source. With that honesty in mind, let's get practical. So here's the first move: start building just one, additional stream of income, on the side of your main job. Not 5, not a complicated empire, 1. The goal right now is simply to prove to yourself that money can come from somewhere other than your employer. Start with what you already have. Do you have a skill others would pay for, writing, design, fixing things, tutoring, a trade? That can become freelance or service income. Do you have stuff you no longer need? Selling it is a small stream. Do you have a bit of money already? Putting it into investments that pay dividends or interest is an income stream that needs almost none of your time. The specific path matters less than starting one. Pick the option that fits your skills, your time, and your energy right now, and take the very first tiny step this week. Your first extra stream will probably start small, maybe just a little money at first, and that is completely fine. What matters is that you've broken the myth that your paycheck is your only option. That first extra dollar from a source you built changes how you see money forever. Once one stream is running, you can strengthen it or add another. But there's a second, even more powerful move. The second move is the one that truly builds lasting wealth. Take the money you earn from your job and your new streams, and steadily convert it into assets that produce income on their own. This is the step most people skip, and it's the whole game. Every time you get paid, before lifestyle creep eats it, send a portion into income-producing or growing assets. The simplest and most proven for everyday people is investing consistently in low-cost, broadly diversified index funds, which effectively make you a part owner of hundreds of companies that work and grow whether you're there or not. Over the years, through the power of compounding, those investments can grow into a stream of their own, one that eventually can rival or exceed your paycheck without you trading a single extra hour. That's the definition of real financial freedom, when your assets earn enough that work becomes a choice, not a life sentence. So the flow is simple and powerful: earn from your job, add a second stream, and funnel that money into assets that quietly earn for you around the clock. You're not just working for money anymore, you're building things that make money work for you. Let's turn all of this into action tonight. Let's make this real with 3 concrete moves tonight. First, honestly answer one question on paper. Right now, what percentage of your income comes from a single source? If the answer is 100%, that's your wake-up call, and your reason to start. Second, brainstorm and write down 3 possible second streams that actually fit you, based on a skill you have, time you could spare, or money you could invest. Don't judge them yet, just get 3 real options on the page. Third, pick the single most realistic one and define the very first tiny step: 1 email, 1 listing, 1 account opened, and schedule it for this week. That's how a second stream actually begins, not with a grand plan, but with one small action. And if investing is your move, set up even a small automatic transfer into a low-cost index fund so your money starts buying assets on autopilot. Write your dependents, list 3 streams, take 1 step. If you do only one thing tonight, just write down your 3 possible streams, because you can't build what you haven't even let yourself imagine. Naming the path is the first step to walking it. Let me leave you with the mindset shift that changes everything. Most people spend their whole lives depending on a single paycheck, hoping it never stops, one disruption away from disaster, with their income forever capped by their hours. The wealthy refuse to live that way. They see a single source of income as a fragile starting point, not a finish line. So they deliberately build more streams, and they relentlessly turn the money they earn into assets that produce income on their own. That single shift, from depending on one paycheck, to building multiple streams and owning income-producing assets, is what separates financial fragility from financial freedom. You stop being one bad month away from crisis, and start building a foundation that can survive shocks and grow without your constant effort. It doesn't happen overnight, and it doesn't require some genius idea, it just requires starting one stream, then steadily buying assets, year after year. That's it. You now understand the real reason a paycheck alone rarely makes anyone rich, and more importantly, exactly what does. Stop depending on one source, and start building many. Now, the single most powerful asset for turning your income into wealth is the one I mentioned, low-cost index funds, and I've got the perfect video breaking down exactly how they work next. So let's bring it home. Your paycheck alone will probably never make you rich, because a single income is capped by your hours and fragile if it ever stops. Real wealth is built two ways together, by adding more streams of income so you don't depend on one source, and by turning the money you earn into assets that produce income on their own, whether you're working or not. The myths, that a bigger salary alone is enough, that extra income means a risky scheme, that you have nothing to offer, or that you'll start later, all keep you trapped in a single fragile paycheck. Break out of it. Start one small second stream this week, and steadily funnel your money into income-producing assets. Pick one move tonight, just one, write down your dependence on a single source, or list 3 possible streams and take the first tiny step. Now, here's the exciting part, the simplest, most proven asset for turning your income into lasting wealth is a low-cost index fund, and I broke down exactly how it works, and how to start with almost any amount, in another video. It's the perfect next watch, go see it right now. Subscribe to Money Decoded USA. Real money help for everyday Americans, no hype. I'll see you in the next one.